What are the verbs? First, we will go through the definition. The verb signals an action. He does what? He sleeps, he eats, he goes. An occurrence, the event, the occurrence or a state of being. Whether mental, physical or mechanical, verbs always express activity. Whether it is physical activity, mental activity or mechanical, verbs always express activity. There are three categories of verbs: action verbs, state of being or linking verbs, and there is one more, that is the helping verbs. So in this session I will teach you, I will explain you all types of verbs. So first you are saying action verb, second is state of being or linking verb, and that is helping verbs. Now with the examples it becomes always easier to understand the things. So action verb, I love cheese. Linking verb, I am a teacher. That is state of being or linking verb. This is helping verb, I will play the flute. I will be a teacher. So these are the helping verbs. So helping verbs are not main verbs. Main verbs are love, go. These are the main verbs. The helping verb together with action or linking verb is called phrasal verb. So you must have heard about the phrasal verb. So what are the phrasal verb? The helping verb together with action or linking verb. Action or linking verb then makes a phrasal verb. Next, there are, now you must have heard about transitive and intransitive verb. So what are the transitive verb? Transitive means something is passing over to someone. So a transitive verb denotes an action which passes over from the doer or subject to an object. So always in transitive verb you will find the action is passing over to a from subject to a object. For example, we, that is the subject, kick, that is the action, and what? The action passing to the object, that is the football. We are kicking what? We are kicking football. So we kick the football. So here you are saying we kick what? The football. That means the action is passes from the subject to the object. I feel a severe pain in my stomach. I feel what? Severe pain. So here also this is I, subject, feel what? A severe pain. So the action is passing over to an object. So in this way you are seeing these are the transitive verb. Now what are the intransitive verb? An intransitive verb denotes an action which does not pass over to the to an object or which expresses a state or being. For example, he ran a long distance. See, here there is no object. So he ran a long distance. It's a complete, the verb itself is completing the sense, and this is an action word. It's denoting action. The baby sleeps. What is the state of the baby? The baby sleeps. So baby is now sleeping. And what is being? There is a flaw in this diamond. So is. So this is being. So in this way you are saying in an intransitive verb we are not passing over the action from subject to a doer, from subject to an object. It is as it is completely makes a sense. So he ran a long distance, the baby sleeps, there is a flaw in this diamond. Now, what are the auxiliary verb or helping verb? I have told you. Auxiliary or helping verbs are used together with a main verb to show the verb tense. What are the tenses? Present, past and future, or to form a negative or question. I do not do this, I do this. So with the helping word do not, we use you make the sentence negative with do not, will not, right? And question, will you go, do you like? So with this, with the auxiliary verb, we make question also. For example, do you play? Do you play? So here this is a auxiliary verb. So we are making a question with auxiliary. I do not eat junk food. I do not eat junk food. So do not, so a negative we have made. Now the most common auxiliary verbs are have, be and do. They add detail to how time is conveyed a sentence. Now in a sentence, time they convey. If it is do, that is present. If it is did, then that is the past. So in this way they convey us to time also. Now second, what they do, it creates the most complicated verb tense, the progressive and the perfect aspect. For example, the helping verbs I am saying, these verbs also function to convey complicated shades of meaning. Now here let me explain this. The progressive, he is dancing. He is dancing. Wait. He is dancing. So, what is he doing? He is dancing. So, this is what? Progressive. And the perfect aspect? He has done his work. Now, this is what? Has is what? He has done his work. This is also, this is the perfect aspect. So, in this way we are saying this. Now, what other thing the verb does? The verbs, it conveys the complicated shades of meaning like expectation, permission, probability, potential, obligation and direction. So you are seeing how the perfect aspects is done by the verb with has, have. They are showing the perfect thing, the action has been completed. So it shows with the helping verb, we shows that time, we shows that understanding, the thing has been completed with helping verb has and have. Now the verbs also convey complicated states of meaning like expectation, permission, probability, potential, obligation and direction also. When you go through the list of verbs, there are many verbs who explains all these things, all these senses, all this meaning. Now, what are the helping verb? When we say to be, so am, is, are, was, am, is, are, all present tense, was, were, past. Now being, these are used in progressive tense and passive voice verb. So in this way we see. Now to have and has, we write in present, it shows present tense. Has, it shows past. Now these are used in perfect tenses also. Now to do, does, these we use in present. And did in past. And did we use in past. So these are our emphatic verbs. Now there are some conditional verbs also. These are called modal auxiliaries. Could, should, would, can, shall, will, may, might, must. So all these verbs show the time period also. For example, shall and will shows the future. It shows future. Right? Could, should, would. This we can use in a past form also. And may, might, must. This is in the present. And there are many expressions, many meanings that these words convey. Now, verbs formed by main verbs are tenses. Just as I have explained, past, present and future. So what is the past tense? The past is used to describe things that have already happened in the past. So earlier, when in the sentence we express the past thing, so we have to write earlier in the day, yesterday, last week, 3 years ago. These words if come, that means the story or the incident is about the past experience or past. Now the present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now or things that are continuous. Right now I am teaching you. So this is present continuous. I am teaching you. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. So this is the present sense. Presently I am a teacher. So in this way the present tense is described and the future tense describes things that have yet to happen. For example, the words that we will write later. I shall join you later. Shall join you. Tomorrow I will meet with my teacher. Next week I am going to abroad, wherever. Next year I shall complete my degree course. Now 3 years from now I shall be in another place. So in this way you can use your future planning, your future expectations you can express with these words and phrases. Now present tense, there are 4 types of subdivision in the present tense. First is simple present. This is simple present, that means it's showing a habit. I read nearly every day. Now there's a present continuous. I am reading at that moment. At this moment what I am doing, I am teaching you, but here I have given the example, I am reading. Present perfect, I have completed something, that means I have read so many books. And present perfect continuous, that is I have been studying since morning. I have started the work earlier, but still it's continuing and I haven't yet completed. So this is present perfect continuous. So in this way you are saying, when we will do the tenses, I will give you some more knowledge about this. And now the past tense. Past tense, last night I met a celebrity. I have given you the list of words that shows past tense. So last night shows past. So I met a celebrity. So here we are using past form of verb. Past continuous. So I was reading yesterday. If someone asks you what were you doing yesterday, so I was reading yesterday. Past perfect, I had done sick. Am is now was, have is now had. I had my work before time. And past perfect continuous, I had been travelling for 4 hours. In the past I had been travelling for 4 hours. This is past perfect continuous. Now future tense, simple future. I will learn computer. I said your future planning, this is yet to happen. Future continuous, I will be driving car tomorrow at this time. So you are seeing here will and will. And then future perfect, I shall have done my project by next day. And future perfect, shall have. Future perfect, I shall have been reaching Mumbai at this time next week. So in this way you are saying, we are saying about a future planning today. and with the helping verb shall have been, we are expressing our planning. Now, what did we learn today? We have learned verbs, types of verbs, transitive, intransitive, auxiliary, helping, and then we have learned linking verb. Then we have learned tenses also, past, present and future. We have done the list of the helping verb. So all these things in this slide you have learned. So the thing is that have a good revision of all these things. It's really very helpful for you. Whenever you write something, all these action words with the helping word is must to include. So do some practice. In the next class I will explain you something else, something more interesting. Goodbye.